Yo, 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 what's good, rookies? I am Bass Drop Keys, your friendly neighborhood Negro, and I want to welcome you guys to the Rookie Gambler podcast. So, for episode one, I got something special for you guys. I'm doing an interview with Greg Uloho. If you guys are in the gambling community, if you're watching this channel, then I imagine that you are, then all of you already know who Greg is. He has a YouTube channel called Bubble Craps with Greg Uloho, where he shows his power pressing style. And if you guys watch my content, then you know that Greg is where I learned how to play bubble craps in the first place. So in today's video, we're going to get to know Greg a little bit more. We're going to talk to him about his background, where he's from, how he came up, and of course, we're going to get to the gambling. But before we get into that, I do want to let you guys know more about the Rookie Gambler podcast. On this podcast, I'm going to be talking to some of your favorite gambling content creators. But in addition to that, I'm also going to be talking to people that you find in the gambling space, such as dealers, cocktail waitresses, pit bosses, executives, and I'm just going to have some people that gamble on here, regular gambles, so they can share their stories as well. I want this channel to be more than just gambling. So I hope you guys like the Rookie Gambler podcast that you'll find right here on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasts. Just look up the Rookie Gambler podcast. But all right, guys, without any further ado, Greg is about to be here. So let's go ahead and get into it. Episode one of the Rookie Gambler podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like this video, and put a comment in the comment section and let me know how you feel about this episode. I hope you guys like the future content that I got planned for you. As I said, this channel is going to be more than just me gambling every day. So I hope you guys like what I have planned. Let's go ahead and get into it, and let's welcome Greg here on the podcast. Here we go. All right, guys. So as I just told you in the intro, we got the man himself with me. Greg, how you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful.
I appreciate
Great.
you doing this. First of all, thanks for being my first guest on the Rookie Gambler podcast.
Okay, sweet.
Now, the first thing I want to talk about is I basically want to get kind of into your background, and then of course you already know we're going to get to the gambling. But
Okay.
where exactly are you from?
Okay, originally born in Dayton, Ohio. Then when I was about one, maybe two, we moved to Nigeria, and then came back when I was about 7.
Okay.
I've been in Dayton, so I basically went to school and everything in Dayton, and then I moved. My wife and kids, we moved to Indianapolis in 2007.
So you a 70s baby? You grew up in the 70s, 80s?
10/31/75.
705. Okay, there we go.
I'll be
You're
50.
6 years older than me. I was born in 81.
Okay, yeah.
So growing up in Dayton, how different was that from being in Nigeria? How many years was you in Nigeria?
Till I was about 7, I would say it was a drastic difference. You got to think, being in Nigeria. I mean, I'm from the part of the royal family, so there we had maids, we had tutors and tutors at home, we had drivers. I mean, the life was completely different. We weren't cleaning was not even. We don't clean, like there's a lot of stuff we didn't do. But then coming to America with my mom, we was in the projects too here in America. It was day and night, and in reality, we came. My understanding, we came to visit. We never were allowed. We wasn't allowed to go back. Now my mom with my dad. So the way they met, he came here, part of his from my grandfather, he had 32 kids. He left something for every child. So my dad got a big construction company. Part of him getting that, he had to come to America and get a civil engineering degree. That was part of that agreement. So and you got to understand, imagine what it costs to fly someone to America, pay for their whole degree, their whole bachelor's degree, and then fly them back. My grandfather was so wealthy. He was very wealthy. And my dad met my mom at Central State University, which that's how they got together. And then she moved over here. She was pretty young and she lived the lifestyle. Then she came back to America. But yeah, to answer your question, it was a drastic difference from there to here.
I can tell if you had maids and butlers and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
You're doing the coming to America thing, ain't you?
That's exactly what I used to compare it to going to school.
All right, so we were talking about your family life growing up. So you were in Nigeria. You came back over here when you were 12, you said?
About seven, about seven.
Seven. And
Seven.
then you went to, what was the name of the college? Central?
My dad went to Central State University, and that's where he met my mom at.
What state is that in? Central State.
It's right there. Xenia, Ohio, like 20 minutes from Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, okay. I never heard of it, so I wasn't
Right
sure about that.
Uh-huh. So that's how they met. We came back over here when I was 7, lived in Dayton from when I was 7 till I got married or whatever, and I moved to Indianapolis in 2007 with my wife and kids, which is where I'm at now.
Now, where'd you go to high school? Did you go to high school in Dayton or?
Everything was done in Dayton. Even my little degree back there from Trinity University, that was an online thing, kind of based on your experiences. I went to Sinclair College in Dayton for a while, and then I did that. But I started the business where I'm at now in 1997, right out of high school.
Yeah, I wanted to get into that. You got a rim shop, that's right?
Yeah, I started in 96, actually. So 96 was a crucial year for me. I got married in 96, had my first child in 96, bought my first house in 96, started my business in 96. A lot happened in 96. So while a lot of people right out of high school, you're kicking it, having fun, doing all these things, I was going to college. I was doing which is why sometimes my son kind of not fusses at all, because my kids are very respectful, but he pushes me to have fun, Dad, because I never did that. Where everyone else was having fun and doing what they were doing, right. I was a husband, I was a father, I was going to school, I started a business, and which is going to be one of my little trivial questions I asked, because I started doing that on the channel. Hey, if somebody could tell me the first year I made 7 figures, you'll win this gift on my live. And you got to think, I started my business in 1996 with $3,700. And in 2002 was the first year I did 7 figures in the business that I was in.
Oh, wow.
Of course, the business shifted from 96 when I started as a dollar store and a car audio store. But when it went to 2000, late 99, 2000, I got into rims and tires. Rims first, because I'm in Dayton. It's a rim called a Dayton wire wheel. That's the first
thing I think of. Whenever I hear Dayton, the first thing I think of is the Dayton wheels.
Yeah. Well, I found a company in California. The guy who worked for a company was doing it in his garage. He actually made the exact same rim. It just wasn't Dayton. It's just spokes.
Right.
When I brought that to the city, when I said everybody went crazy, I sold more spokes than the law allows. The guy that owned Dayton Wire Wheel, his daughter's husband owned a store called Wheel Source. They were really, really big. I believe he gave him $500,000 or something to start the store. If you ask that man to this day, why did you guys shut down Ulohos? My intent is never to shut nobody down or hurt anyone. I mean, it's like even when people say, hey, you and Bluff are competing, I'm not competing with nobody. I just do what I do, and that's it. However the chips fall at the end of the day, that's that. But my intent is always good. I wanted this money for all of us to eat. But yeah, so come back to what you're saying. Yeah, so been in Indianapolis ever since. I had a store on one side of town, and I moved to where I'm at now, which I've got both these buildings now. And I still had a store in Dayton. I still had one in Cincinnati, and then the one in Indy. But I eventually just got a bigger store in Indianapolis. And I realized in business, if you're not physically in your store in this business I'm in, the numbers just aren't going to be the same. It's almost like me trying to do my even like the bubble craps thing, and I'm not physically involved in it. Like your business is impacted by you, your activity, just you being involved in it. And I'm involved in all aspects of my business.
Now, you said that you opened up the rim shop, but where did you initially get the idea for a rim shop? What inspired you to do that?
Yeah, when I was a teenager, I was in the rims, it's one of those things, I got a car, wheels on it. When I first started my business, it was an audio store and a dollar store. So I sold like cardio stuff in dollar stores. I'm somewhat of an introvert, contrary to some people's beliefs. I don't like dealing with a lot of people. I sit here in my office all day, every day. I got a full store. I can turn it around with employees. I'm looking at them putting on a set of wheels now, just everything going on out there right now. But I love my solitude. So that's the thing for me. It's like I would sell $100 store item, make like $35-$40 profit, and have to deal with 30-40 people. I sold one car stereo, made $100 profit. That faded out. That was too much stress, dealing with too many people. I mean, somebody buy a loofah sponge for $1. They've used it a few times. Hey, it's not, the strings are coming out. The hell you'll go through over $1 loofah sponge is just, when I got into cardio, I liked rims. It was a couple rim retailers in Ohio, Dayton, Ohio. They tried to steer me away from, hey, it's no good, there's no money in it. Then I just bought, like 2 sets in late 99. they went fast and it just kind of went from there. Rim and tire money is definitely very good money because you figure every time, for me, every time you see a rim and tire sale, give or take about a grand that's being made. Yeah. So what's crazy? So like just now, my son called. He's up front, right?
Yep.
And I mean, you can put whatever part of it you want to put in, is fine. But this is how the business has shifted. Way back then, it was 95% cash.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's 95% financing credit card. So like just now, he called. A guy wants a set of wheels. So what he did, he sends me a message, and it says the 22-inch name, model, the tire size, and the total. So I click on the find. This is how quick it is. Type in an invoice number. Tires are 265 30 22, and we're putting TPMS on it. And all I do is go to the bottom and hit send agreement for $2,500. It sends him something to his phone.
Mm-hmm.
He clicks the link, DocuSigns, pay the $49 down, and that's the whole deal. And
Did you just say $49 down on a set of $2,500 rims?
Oh no, so that changed the game for me in this business. Because it will start to go down. Back when I was 95% cash in the early 2000s, a lot of your money came from guys in the streets. And if you really think about it, that's how society really looks at it. If a guy's riding big rims, he got to be selling drugs or doing something in the street.
Mm-hmm.
So what hurt my business is we got into like 2010, 11, 12 with the recession and all that, and like 08. Rim Time, Rent and Roll, those type companies, like a renter center for rims. And they were hurting me. They hurt any type of business like this. I'm really good at what I do because I apply pressure to the not on the retail side. So let's say you got a rim shop.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying $1,000 for these rims.
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to sell them for $1,600, just throwing it out there. Okay. The same set of rims you're paying $1,000, I'm gonna buy practically all of them. And yeah. Here I got the link. Yeah, he got the 2,500. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna buy that same rim you're buying for $1,000. I'm a heck of a negotiator, and I'm gonna buy them all. I'm gonna try to get it for 600 or 700 or 500 even. I'm gonna try to squeeze them as much as I can. I'll take it out on the wholesale on the backside. So as my competitor, you're paying $1,000. You think you're competing with me? He's paying. We both paying $1,000. Well, instead of 16, I'm gonna sell mine for 1,500, not knowing Greg can sell his room for $1,000 and make
the same profit margin. Gotcha.
Where that came from is my biggest fear in business years ago was, man, if a giant came up, as far as someone with more resources, and popped up across the street, down the street, and they had this certain price, they would just destroy me overnight because I can't compete.
Mm-hmm.
So I became the giant with that mindset. And I got 4 containers out there with 4,000 rims. I'm overstocked. So I don't take my foot off the gas. Like I'm selling him this set of rims. A lot of shops, when you go to a rim shop, they got displays. So you order rims. When you go in for rims, you got to look, I like this one. They call, okay, we can have this in 3, 4, 5 days or whatever. No. Rims is an impulse buy. When you come in here, I've got thousands of rims in stock. You get it? You want these? Just like this guy right now, we just did this deal. My son sent the message. I just processed it. He's going to DocuSign. He'll be ready to go in 30 to 45 minutes driving down the street with his rims on the car. So with like the competitor up the street, Rim Time, I've had so many people, whoa, I can get these right here, right now. I got the greatest looks, better looks. My prices are the better pricing. And you can be riding right now in 30, 45 minutes, whereas with them, you got to wait a week for your rims to come in.
Whenever you first started the business, what was the main challenges that you had whenever you first started? Because, a lot of businesses, they need the capital to start. Was that one of your biggest challenges?
Yeah, capital's an issue even to this day in a sense, because the fourth quarter in this business is horrible. It's times I had tons of rims, metal in the store, but no liquid cash. I remember reaching out to my dad, asked, my dad was very wealthy. Dad, sometimes in business, do you not have money? He laughed. He said, oh, yeah, it's time. You don't even have a penny. I chuckled at that because, I was still young, just in business, doing my thing. And it's not about, some people want to look at the bank account and see that number in it, it looks good.
Right.
My mindset isn't like that. If my money's in the bank, is sitting just really collecting dust because they don't give you anything. I want my money to work for me. So when they present a deal to me, I will buy all of it. And now it puts the pressure on me. Okay, you got this product. What you gonna do? Now I've got to market. I got to advertise. You got to get it out. You got to push it. I got people. The guy that drove the sale we made earlier for $24.50. The guy drove 3.5 hours down here to get it. Just a set of wheels. So interesting. I got a boat pattern. I got something here for all vehicles. I don't look at it like, oh man, 50108. No one barely has that type vehicle. I stock all for everything.
Oh no, that's great. That's great. That's exactly what I was asking you. The challenges that you first had whenever you started the business. You had your dad, so that's great. But how did you
But
even get the location, for instance?
it wasn't a thing like, here's just let me start you out, son, or none of that. I had to hustle up my own money, which I said
Mm-hmm.
3,700. But my mentality is like, I look at guys back in the days that was in the game or whatever. I look how they were. I'm like, so you made your money, and the first thing you're gonna do is go buy shoes and shop and enjoy yourself. I don't think like that. If I make like this $2,500 sale right here, I put it all back in the business. I mean, I don't. At this point, I really can't put more into the business. I mean, I got the upstairs thousands of tires, rims here. I mean, I'll go out the camera show you. You could barely walk through the store because I'm so overstocked. So like when COVID came, oh my God, man, I made over 400 some thousand that first month or the second month because no one had nothing. I was so stocked.
You already
And,
had the inventory here.
and we as people and minorities, unfortunately, like the best time for me each year, I make enough money February, March, or April to cover the rest of the year because
What do
we
you
get
mean tax return?
I do not understand when they get tax returns. It's not about saving. It's not about none of that. It used to be real bad. A guy come with $1,000 car and put some $2,000 rims on it. Hey, I've tried to talk to them just to a point. There's nothing to talk about. And it is what it is. I mean, it's so crazy because you'll sell somebody rims and 2-3 months later, hey, can you buy these back? Like we're just, yeah.
Do
But
you
okay,
do that? Do you buy rims back?
no. If it's somebody no, or the deal is just that good, I will. Or the storyline they really going through something. I'll buy it back and hold it for a second, see if they want to come get it back or something like that, just to help them out. But nah, that the biggest thing I had to get through back then, like I said, I made 7 figures in '02. The money was just coming so fast. It was, a bunch of my guys, buddies from high school, was all young. We would be open sometime 12, 1 o'clock, just putting rims on, and we was doing music too, the audio part. I mean, it was just coming in hand over fist, but I did so much. I wish I could, if I could reverse a lot of what I did, I would have been, I made $1 million in '02, but I would have been a millionaire hands down '02, '03, '04, all those years.
Right.
But there was a lot of things that just took place. I used to help out so much. Mother comes, my son is locked up, or girl comes, he's locked up. I need money for bond. I need money for lawyer. I need money for bills. I gave and gave and gave. But the biggest downside was gambling. That is my downfall in life, gambling.
Man, what a great segue. What a great segue. We just about to get into it. Do you remember what year did you start gambling?
My younger brother, so it's 4 of us by my dad. My sister's the youngest. She had her many, a lot of years later, about 15, 16 years later. But I was always against it. The younger of the 4, we're all big boys. Lucky is his name. He would be gambling in 3rd grade, 4th grade, so young. And I would get so upset with him. Just why? Because he would come take my little money. You got to think I was the highest depositor in 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. I've always had a liking and a thing for money, always.
Mm-hmm.
So if you talk to somebody that's like when I make my posts on Facebook, sometimes they're like, you've been rich your whole life, even as kids. Like I would throw pizza parties in 3rd grade. We was in the projects, but I remember I have a bunch of project kids. We'd walk off. It was called Metro. It's kind of like a Kroger's, like a grocery store.
Right.
And it was just a hustle hand. All right, when people come out, hey, ma'am, can we take your groceries from here to the car and put them in your trunk? Or at the gas station, or hey, can I pump your gas? Or we'd buy candy, then go to school and sell the candy. Like my entire life, I remember I got my first little job with this guy. I think he was either 12, 14, I think, 12. And he would come pick up the neighborhood kids, put them in this big van illegally. And he would have like cherry cordials, peanut brittles. we had this little pamphlet, YOU, Youth Opportunities Unlimited. We had this little speech. He'd take us out to the suburbs. He'd pack us in that van like sardines. I would always be the highest seller because Youth Opportunity Unlimited. But my storyline, and this is many years ago, be, instead of being, so just imagine I'm knocking on this white person's door or whatever, out in the suburbs. And I'm like, instead of being out here doing crime and robbing and doing things I shouldn't be doing, I'm choosing to do this to better and they will bite every time. Like, you know what, you're right. And they were so trusting, like, yeah, come in my house. You just let me come in your house. You just walk off to go get money and just, it was, but the thing I got though from being in the projects, I was able to see it's a whole different lifestyle. But my point I'm making, so we did it for like a year and I did it myself. I got about 6, 7 kids in the neighborhood who would do it. I went to the store called Woolworth and I bought a whole bunch of that stuff and I get little boxes. We do the neighborhood. We keep walking out after school further and further and further. And when he was letting us we sold it for $5. We kept 90 cents. I was doing the kids and I was splitting it. I let them keep $2 out of it in the neighborhood. So I was paying $1, getting 5. They keep 2. I was making 2 profit. Man, I was cleaning up at 12, 13, 14 on just that alone. And then at 12, I had a flea market booth. My mom got me. She would drop me off about 45 minutes away. And I would do the whole flea market. Just when it came to money, I was always, if you talk to my mom right now, it's like when we was even younger and money was tight, we'd set up on the corner of barbecue grills. I would always handle the money. I am so good with numbers. I brag on my videos. I'm a human calculator, but yeah.
So back to it. What year did you start gambling? You said it was your senior year in high school?
Yes, senior year in high school. I used to always fuss at my brother about his gambling. And I played Tunk. I was waiting my brother.
Yeah. There we go.
My brother wrestled, and we were waiting on him to get out of practice. And I just played Tunk with a guy, and I beat him out of like $6, $7. That was all she wrote. Just like that. You've heard people say, they took 1 puff of cigarettes and been addicted or whatever their whole life. That's what happened. I gambled, won $6, $7, and that was it. There was nothing else to talk about after that. I was hooked, super hooked. Now, as far as the casino gambling, first time I went to a casino was in 97. Me and my wife at the time, because we got married in 96. We went to casino in 97. Why did I do that? And that was all she wrote. But now let me tell you this, because I did a lot of street level gambling. A lot of people are familiar with the gambling on the at the casino, but not the street level. That street level gambling, that's a dangerous boy right there. Because you go to casino, you lose, no big deal. On the street level gambling, I've seen people lose their car, their jewelry, their gym shoes. I've seen people lose houses, rental property. That street level gambling is a different monster. The reason I stopped gambling on the street, the biggest reason, there's so many levels of cheating on the street. Trick cards, trick dice, like there's a lot of cheating going on. The casino, you could be winning and it's no bet. They don't want to bet you this, they don't want to bet you that. You can go to casino, you can bet what you want. You get odds on that 10, like you get odds on all your bets as far as craps. And if you win 1,000, you win 10,000, 100,000. You fine. A guy can beat you on the street today for 10 grand. You beat him 2 days later for 2 grand. And now you got to get robbed because it's like a revolving door. He beat you for 10 grand, but somebody else beat him. Now he don't have no money. You beat him for 2 grand thinking, he just won 10. No, it doesn't go like that. I
saw you on one of your videos. You had mentioned, this is when I first started watching you back in the day. I'm gonna get into that story too, but I saw you mention, I had never heard of him before. You said something about Hustle Cartel. I had never even heard of who that was, and I looked him up after you said it, and I seen that he was doing like street gambling, and then allegations came out that he was using trick dice. What do you think about that?
So now the guy, we actually inboxed a little bit. I would have loved to do some content with him. I actually thought about shifting more towards that because even though the casino stuff is fun, there's there are people that would subscribe because they want to see the street element. The street element is a different monster. The level of aggression, the shit talking, the way the money, just grab a wad of money like this, bet this money, throw it down, and the other person, big one, pay little one. So my wad may be 4,000. His wad,
big bank, pay little bank, yeah.
right, 6,000. But he got a match. If I win, he got to pay me 4,000. If he wins, he just wins the four. But him, I realize a lot of his are skits. That's my guy. I don't know him personally, but it's skits. But to the naked eye, you don't realize that.
Right.
Who pulls up in a $60,000 car and say, "Hey, I've been seeing you online, one roll, and you win the car." Come on, man. And then that's another thing. When you see how he rolls, he pad rolls, he slides the dice. Yeah, but it's good content though. But I wanted to do something with him, and I still may at some point if I run into him. But I get it. He's at a different level with it. So.
Cool. So you started. You said back in high school with you seen your brother, and then you played Tonk. You won the $6. That kind of got you hooked a little bit. You started going in the casino. You were saying with your ex-wife whenever it was 97. What casino did you first go into? What was your first one?
We were going to one called the Argosy. It's now called the Hollywood, but we end up going to the one called the Grand. Got lost, and we end up at the one called Grand Victoria. And I'll never forget it, man. It's like we lost, but I played good, and we lost everything we had. They gave us a steakhouse dinner. That was my first time. We go to Ryan's and Ponderosa. I didn't know nothing about no steakhouse. I think I was 20. She was 18. Well, no. I was 23 and she was 21 because you got to be 21 to go to casino. But they gave us a steakhouse. It was real nice. It's like 3 different servers. Somebody brings the drinks, this, and then the other guy makes sure, the food's clean, tables clean, all that stuff. But at the end of it, I couldn't tip. I only had like $16. And I'll never forget that. Like the way she made me feel, the lady, I said, "Ma'am, they beat me for everything, but I got at least $16. You're not going to leave." Because the total was like, the meal was almost $400. The way she, you just keep that and walk away. I felt so small, but that was my first introduction. We from the hood. We go to Ryan's, 6 kids at the time. We eat, you leave $1 or $2, and that was it. My brother, when we leave, if other people tip, it was $5 here. He just grabbed it off the table. We walking out the restaurant. It was just bad kids, but I didn't understand the tipping process, how that went. That was my introduction.
From one of your past videos, you said that you used to play blackjack a whole lot when you first started.
First 7 years going to casino, I was on blackjack. It was good to me in a sense, but I'm a numbers guy. We hear him hollering over the crap table, and it looks a little intimidating for crap. Anybody doesn't know crap scene, even if you shot on the street, when you look at the table, like, what is all this? But once I actually played it, it was nothing else to talk about. There is no other game in the casino. They've been trying to give me a baccarat. The rush, the thrill, and how you can run a bankroll up fast. Yeah, there's nothing better than craps table. Yeah.
So your first 7 years was on blackjack, and then you switched over to craps, table craps?
Table craps ever since, till bubble craps came into play.
And how many years since it's been since you started playing bubble craps?
I went to, I would say we're in 25. I would probably say 2019 before COVID. I was at I was in Vegas. I want to say I was at the Cromwell. I forget which casino, but they had this bubble craps machine. It was this big furry dice. And you probably know what I'm talking about. Like, you're this, hit the button.
Oh, shoot to win.
Yeah. Okay.
Shoot to win. Yep.
Yep. And that was my first introduction, but it was a $500 limit, and it worked perfect for me because there are things that happens at the crap table that you can't get over. And I've seen it even play out when Bluff's playing online, like stick change. Right. How did that go out when the stick change? I have no clue. It's different how the guy hands you the dice. I don't know what it is. Stick change. New money hitting the table. The dice goes out when somebody buys in mid-roll. It's like the energy, the momentum is changed. Another thing, when the dice flies off the table and hits the floor, I have no clue why that happens. So those are my 4 superstitions: stick change, new money being introduced mid-roll, the dice flying off the table, and when people start arguing at the table, confusion. All those things all delay the dice and the momentum of the dice. So when you see me on bubble craps, I'll get a surge and you'll hear it. I'll start singing and talking my shit. When I start singing, I'm in that flow and that momentum. Everything is going like clockwork. And a lot of times somebody come up and bother me. Like I got a video that's done like 1.4 million views on Instagram. I was flowing. Now I actually stopped after some lady walked up, tapped me. Hey, how do you play that? In the middle while I'm flowing and going, everything in the groove, whatever. You stop my flow to throw me off, to talk to you, say something to you. Yeah. And like you were saying earlier, from a YouTube perspective, I see Bluff does it. While I'm gambling, I'm flowing, and somebody wants to stop and talk. Like today, somebody stopped. Hey, can I take a picture with you? Hey man, I'm because again, I'm not in this for the celebrity thing, but I get it.
It's always yes, no problem, smile always.
And I did that. I said, man, we got to push to this role, y'all. You know that's some bull crap.
Yes, you see what I'm saying? You can think that, but I told you don't say
and that. I did that, and you're right. You're right. So exactly. But so from a YouTube viewer perspective, hey, if you feel like it's going to go out, why not just take the regress? Yeah. Because I'm also a gambler. It might not go out. That's the thing about gambling. I'm gambling. The other day, I'm getting off track, but it's still on track. I was playing my bubble craps. I'm like, every time they reset the machine, when I get a hand pay, I get 2, maybe 3 rolls before 7. I got a hand pay. I told the guy that paid me, I said, I don't know why this happens. I don't know what y'all doing. Hey, we're doing nothing. So I regressed. I took it down to $5 each, and I had like it would have been like 1,600 in there. I got 22 more rolls. I'm like, I would have won probably 13, 14 grand had I not regressed down to $10 a number. But okay, let's jump back to that.
The video you put out today, no discipline at all. No discipline at all. You got the hand pay, looking at 2,500. You said what you should do. You know what you should do. And then what did you say? No, we're going to push through it, and you know what happens. And then all you could say was, I deserve it. You damn right. Because you know when you did it, no discipline. When you did it, I'm like looking at it, I'm like, I wish I could call him right now. Stop it. You know what you're supposed to do. You got the hand paid. You ran the thing up back to 2,500. Said it. I know I should not do this right now. And what'd you do? Did it anyway and lost it.
Now, let me say this to you. So one good thing about you with gambling, like you're a content creator, cool, but you're not really a gambler. You feel the surge, what some of us feel.
Right.
You feel it, but you're not really a gambler. So you're able to be more conscious about the things you do while you're doing it. Right. As a gambler, and I've seen this even happen to Bluff. He'll bet, I'll be like, Bluff, the table is cold. I'm looking at one day I actually text his guy, I don't know what they're going through, SideQuest Chris, like, man, go to Bluff and hold this phone in front of him on his live.
Right.
Because I've been there and he held it and Bluff's like, all right, Greg, all right. And he left. I've been here, I've done that. You lost a bag and you're like, you know what? And he's been doing this lately. Let's say he's down 5-6 grand. Now he wants to go 6,000 across because all he needs is 3-4 hits. He's got his money back.
Right.
The table is cold. This day Bluff was down 20 grand. I don't think it was 15, 20 minutes yet. I saw that look in his eye. That look is how the casino goes and goes and goes. Okay, so see what
I know exactly what you're saying on a smaller level. I lost the 200, and I'm like, you know what? Because as you know, I'm a content creator, not a true gambler. But I'm like, I'll do stuff for content.
Yes.
Because I'm like, you know what? I'm out this 200. You know, it'd be real cool if I go out here 1,000 across. But I didn't have 1,000. I had the 800. So I'm like, I'm gonna do these 2 hits. I told Greg I was gonna do it. But to be honest with you, the reason why I kept going, because in my mind, I'm just picturing. I had just watched another one of Bluff's videos where he got probably 30 rolls, had it like 3,000 maxed out, and it was like hit after hit after hit, and it just printing and printing. And I'm like, I want to feel that one time. So be honest with you, I said 2 hits, but to keep it going, I was going to hit that motherfucker till that motherfucker went out. Because I wanted to feel the action one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The only 2 things I saw in that video, I'm like, damn, when I look, you showed the history. I'm like, ooh, that's a lot of 7s on that machine. 1. Then the second thing he did, I held my breath. Oh my God, he's working on a come out roll. Oh shit.
All right, guys, screw it. So I came in here with $1,000. Here's 800. So that means right now I'm down 200. Let's try to do it this way. How about a little adrenaline rush? Okay. All right, that's how we're looking.
Adrenaline
Got
rush.
800 out. How about a little adrenaline rush? Turn them on. Here we go. There's a 9. Do it again. There's a 4. There we go. Look at that. Do it again. Oh my goodness. Damn it, I got my 2 hits and went for it again. Damn. That's what I get. I had my 2 hits and went for the 3rd one. Damn it.
Even though I've been messing with it here and there a little bit, but I put it on my dad last year. I wouldn't do it again.
Yeah, you've been doing it lately. You've been going out too.
Yeah, there's no telling how much money I've lost. I've saved myself. Because prior to that, I remember when I did my first collab with Bluff, he had lost. We did like a little challenge. He lost. I got his back. He had 2,000. I had 2,000. He went his 2,000 across. I rolled 43. I went out. We split it. I said, "Oh, you working on the come out roll? Okay, I'm not in on that with you." He's like, "Great, roll 4-3. What's the odds on it rolling 4-3 right back?" And he hit it 4-3.
So now, since we started talking about bubble craps, this would be the best time for me to actually tell you my introduction into you.
Okay.
So how that works? So I just started gambling last year in August. My birthday's in August 17th. So the girl I was dating at the time.
Hold on. You just started gambling, period, last year? Like,
yeah. Like I gambled as far as like on money on a fight, betting your homeboys. I was in the Army, or you bet some of the guys in the Army, $100 on the fight, whatever. But as far as gambling, real gambling in a casino or any real gambling, just started last year. Yeah, from the get go, like the true definition of a rookie gambler.
Okay,
that's why I tell no lies.
All right. Wow.
So what happened was the girl I was dating at the time, her birthday is the day before 4th of July. That's how I remember it, the 3rd of July. Okay. And so I actually I had set us up at a cabin in Rio Doso, New Mexico. But at the time that our whole city was on fire. So they said nobody can come here. Okay. So I changed it to Albuquerque. They have a casino there, Sandia in Albuquerque. And so we went there, and that was my first time even being in a casino. And so we was just there drinking at the bar and just, put a couple of dollars in the slot machine, just messing around, whatever. And I seen this machine. I'm like, what is this machine right here? So we sat down there, and it ended up being the bubbles crap machine. But I'm looking at her. I'm like, I don't know what this thing is or anything. So we just left it, didn't think about it. So the next month, I started the channel on the 14th. Because ever since that trip, I'm like, I think I'm going to start gambling as a hobby. And me being a YouTuber, the way I know how to monetize anything is to start a YouTube channel. That's what I know how to do. Because me doing this all these years, I know that you just never know what's going to pop off. So any interest I have, whatever, I'm going to start a channel. So I started it August the 14th. I came August 17th to here in Vegas, and we was at the Venetian. That was my first time ever coming to Vegas. Stayed at the Venetian. We was at the bar, and I seen this guy sit down at the bubbles crap machine. I didn't know what it was then. We got finished at the bar. We was walking by there, and as I'm walking by, he's printing a ticket for $2,000. I don't know what he put in there, but I know I seen him pull that ticket for $2,000. I was like, what is this? This is the same machine that we just seen. So when we go to the room, I see craps. It got craps up top right there. So in YouTube, I put craps electronic game. And the first thing that came up was your channel.
Oh, wow.
And if you put in bubble craps, that's the first thing that comes up on YouTube is your channel. And so I started watching you. So you the person who taught me how to play bubble craps.
Oh, wow.
And so I came back from Vegas, and I was living in New Mexico. The closest bubble craft machine is 2 hours away at Inn of the Mountain Gods. So in October, that's when I went there, made that video, and posted it, that first bubble craft video. And that's the video I tagged you in. Yeah, I said, hey, thanks, I appreciate it. And then you left a comment on there, and so I've been good with you ever since. I appreciate you doing that, because I didn't even have 100 subscribers then when you did that. So you just never know who's gonna end up, going up the ranks in YouTube. So it's cool that you were cool for me from the start. I appreciate that. But as far as, let's get back to the bubble craps. Whenever you first started playing bubble craps, did you already have your playing style of pressing everything, or did you start that from bubble craps, or did that come from table games?
Okay, so I'm naturally aggressive from playing even football. I mean, it's just my nature. I'm a cool guy, but everything I do, I just apply so much pressure to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, even in, like I said, with my shop, I'm not going to have one set of rims, two set of rims. I don't know how to stop. You know, I think when I was a kid and I used to get in fights all the time, whatever, you might not want to do this because I don't know. I'm not like everybody else. I don't know how to stop. I don't know when enough is enough. So just leave me alone. So what I want to share, though, what makes bubble craps for me the go-to? For years, people have called me, not stupid to my face, be women like, guys, you don't like money, you don't this, you don't that. I would do my signature 160 across. Sometimes it would be 320 across, depending on my bankroll. Back then, my earlier years, a lot of it would be 320 or 160, either one. But I would press $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8,000 on the table. 7 would take it off, and it would piss people off so much. It's not their money, but it piss them off so much. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I got that. My buddy Dalton, that I had him. He's both times I was with Bluff. He showed up, tall guy, kind of thin. Now he's gotten weak in his older age. He can't take the pressure, but he gambles. He's a serious gambler. If I still make it out for my birthday, he's definitely going to come. But when we used to
I told you
gamble,
I'm gonna be there.
right? When we gambled at his, he would have games in his house all the time. A lot of guys just in the streets would be in his basement or in the garage, and we just gamble. But that's where I got that from. I would see him press his bet. So I started, it was a couple of old heads. Whenever people have games, they always want me to come. They say Greg's going to be there. People are coming because I'm a bet. And I remember, like, somebody's point could be 10, but me and this guy, Cat, a lot of people in Dayton know him, we'd have a side bet 100 on 6 and 8. First roll don't count. So let's say he rolled the 10, that first roll, if he throws 7, doesn't count. Outside of that, it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
And I would run through people's bankroll betting the 6 and 8, bet 6 and 8. So 6 roll, we had 1 and 1 on it. When it roll, go 2 to 2, go 2 and 2. It roll, go 4 and 4. It roll, go 8 and 8. It roll, go 16. Said, nah, that's too much for me. It'll roll once, maybe twice. All right, I bet it now. The guy said, bet it. So I've had times where I ran through people's whole bankroll betting like that. So that formula, as far as power pressing, that is your only real way to win. Like what you just said with that $800.
Yeah.
It so happened you only caught really a roll. It was 2 rolls, but really a roll because it was 0.7 out. You worked on a roll in a sense.
Yes, sir.
But just imagine if you said what you said, man, I'm about to tear this thing up. I'm not taking it. You got to think with bubble craps, most of the machines limits are 2,000. You can even have on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now I do see here and there where I can bet like 500 by 500 place, like in Anderson. That's why I keep running over there. It's been cold, but 2,000 the most you can have. So if you power press, you put 800 in, you will be at that 2,000. If you put it all out, 4 to 5 rolls, sometimes 3 rolls. I put 1,000 out there, I rolled 12, pressed everything across, roll aces. I got $2,400. I've done it in 2 rolls.
Right.
What makes it so effective with bubble craps, after those 2, 3, 4 rolls, you're now at the table's max. You're forced to take the win. The reason that is effective for me versus the table, because I'll keep pressing. I've taken that $25 for the 75, 225, 675, 2,025, basically 2,000. Hit it for 6,000. Only 2 times have I gotten that 6,000 and hit it again for 18,000. But I've tried it probably 30 times. And when I don't try it, you got to think that's 75, 225, 675, 2,025, $6,000, 8, and 6 tens or 4s. You took a quarter to $18,000. I remember I did it in New Orleans one time. The lady rolled 7 hard 4s in 10 rows. What I'm so dangerous at the crap table, there's going to be a guy when I'm playing and I start pressing that's going to come down that no one's ever seen before. Because I'm the most dangerous type of gambler for the casino. He bet a quarter on that 4. Think how many 4s he has to miss out on for us to get our $18,000 back on that 4. If you come in and you bet 6,000 on 4, they'll take that bet because you're either going to win or lose. But the thing about the dice, that's why people say the best bet is the odds. So the dice rolled 6. You put money on the odds. Those 2 dice like 6. The probability of it rolling 6 again is a lot higher than it rolling anything else because it just shows you what it likes. So same thing with bubble craps. Press what rolls. Don't be scared. I got couple videos where I got a clip one where I rolled 3 12s in a row.
Yeah, I seen it.
3 aces in a row.
So you just mentioned a minute ago that your friend that you used to go to his crib is where you got the power pressing idea, but then you brought it to bubble craps.
Yes.
Can you remember whenever you decided to bring it to bubble craps, that first win, the first big win that you got when you decided, you know what,
So,
well, let me ask you this. How were you playing? So you started playing bubble craps. Was you playing like regular until you had that idea, like, let me power press this, how I was doing before?
No. I'm always gonna press anything I do. That's why when I go to Vegas with Bluff, next time I play with Bluff, he wants to do baccarat, blackjack, whatever. You cannot, and I repeat, you will never win at the casino, really in life, but you won't win at the casino if you don't press your bet. I'll never forget this guy years ago. He won like I think it was like 30-some thousand. He was playing. It was either 400, 400, 200, 200. I forget. He won so many hands straight, and he would not press his bet. I even said that he had the table. No one could get in. It was just him and his dad. He would not press his bet.
Oh, this is when you were playing blackjack.
Yes, that drove me up a while. It doesn't matter what gamble you do. You must press your bet. Even in blackjack, just think about it. If I would have assist my press 5 times and then I start over. So if I play a quarter, I'm at 50, I'm at 100, I'm at 200, I'm at 400, I'm at $800 off a quarter in 5 hands. Then I go back to a quarter. The problem is when it's time to go back to a quarter, my greed factor kicks in. Let me try it again. Okay, you got 1,600. Let me try it again. I keep trying until I hit the table max. Like I took 160 of Southern Indiana to let that ring. 160 to 56,000. I got the picture and everything to show, that I won. And I should have won probably 200 grand. He didn't roll the dice no more than 35, 40 minutes. It was just me, another guy at the table, high limit table upstairs when it was still a boat. It's like, I don't know, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. It was just us 3. He rolled the dealer. That's another thing. Every time I bet, even if it's $1, if you go to the table, remember this. Put $1 on all the numbers you bet for the dealer and tell him it's player control. The momentum of the table, and I know I used to date a dealer actually for something like that, but they technically want you to lose, especially the way I bet. Now, let me tell you why. Imagine all this work. Each roll, they got to pay out all this. But if 7 rolls, guess what? They just rake it all in and all the work is over with. But when you put money on it, I took a dealer $1.12 to 180 and they hit it for $180 on a 12. It involves them in the game. They're going to make calls like the stick man. He's going to make calls more in the favor of the table than even the casino because guess what? He has money on it. And it has been proven many times, especially when the dice is cocked a little bit and he really could call 7. He's going to call that other number because they win too. That momentum of when the dealers have money on the table, they've even like somebody try to buy in. Hold on real second, because they're actually, some of those dealers are gamblers. They understand.
Right.
I always bet for the dealer. I disagree somewhat. I like it. Like in bluff situation, I feel like I don't count nobody's pockets. His tipping is very excessive and he just throws it. Let them work for it. Instead of just giving them that 100, put $10 in each number. Let them be a part of the game. So when a number rolls, they can press it or they can drop it, but let them be a part of the game. I'm not going to hit a number, give them a $50, $100 tip. Wait a minute. Who's about to do that? I'm not about to give you a $100 tip. And now I'm just kind of, if 7 comes, their money's locked up. And I'll tell them, don't drop that money. When I run, you run. Till then, you press with me. We in this together.
So what was your first big win? Was that the 54 grand? Whenever you started with
that's my biggest win on a crap table to date. The next 2 I won 44,000, and I actually just posted a video on my group, and I put it on my Facebook short. Got like 10,000 views, and I checked like 2 days ago. But it was from Horseshoe, a guy named Thomas. He became one of my good customers. I walked up to the table. It was actually funny because when I walked to the table, it's a lot of ego at the table. So I walked to the table, And another thing, I don't go to table. I don't show off. I'm not about to buy in for 5, 6, 7,000. Like I told Dragon when we did the live down there, you bought in for 10 grand and you bet a $30 6 and 8.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. If I buy in, I'm going to bet what I bought in. If I buy in for 300, I'm going to go 260 across on crapless, bet all the hard ways. Like it's all going to be spent, period, point blank. And then the next shooter, if he goes down and I lose, I'm going to buy in for the next shooter. And then the next shooter. It's okay. I just don't do the mid-roll buys, but I buy in. If I buy in for 1,000, I remember a guy did that. He came to the table, we bought him for 2,000, all 20s. And all he bet was a $12 6 and 8. What did you really just do that? You delayed the table long to do that, and he never pressed. He just took his pay, but it made him feel good that he was sitting there with his chest all up because he's buying in for all this money. Nothing about that was cool in any shape, form, or fashion.
Whenever you made the 56 grand, what did you go to the table with? How much?
Ironically, we went to see my grandmother in Florida. We stopped in New Orleans to see my mom, and then we were driving back. And she said, let's stop at the casino. I'm like, no, I didn't want to. But she went to gamble, Strawberry. So we stopped there. I went to the casino with $500. I believe I only bought in for 200. Went 160 across. Put $5 on the fire bet because he also hit all the points on the fire.
Right.
And that was it. $200, and I took it to that with 160 across.
Wow, that's crazy.
But it was just the thing though. Is the momentum of the table. My biggest wins is when the dealer knows me, they know what I like, what I want. And I'll tell you, when I went and played with Bluff, I tell her, hey, I'm a power presser. Full pressure each time. The change, I'm going to put it on the hardware, whatever. I'm not giving you guys nothing because I already bet for y'all across. $1 on everything, $2, $5, whatever, depending on how much I bet. If I go 500 or something, if it's 500, I may put nickels on everything for them. But I like them to work too. So it was 200 cross, but I'm always going to tell the dealer, don't press. And some dealers are low, I won't say slow, they irritate me a little bit because I'm like, I keep telling you to press. They just pay hand it to me. You're delaying it because when you pay hand it to me, now I got to hand it back to you. And we got to go through this whole process again. I pay you, I hand it to you. Momentum with the dealers, make sure that they're in on your bets. I'm not taking nothing. Like El Cortez limits are 1,000. I don't care if I start with a quarter on each number, 50 on each number, I'm going to hit that $1,000. And if I hit it, and let's say I hit it and I hit a 12 for 1,000, press the 11, 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, make everything 1,000 going that way. My goal is to get it all to the table max. And at that point, I may take a couple hits and then I'll start, I may regress or something then because there's no other. And that's what I'm trying to get now, even with bubble craps. Me and my son was talking after the live last week. If the most I can bet on this machine is 2,000, old way of thinking was, hey, I got up to 2,000. I don't mind losing 2,000. Let me see if I can make 10,000 off the two. No. You can't press anymore. Once you can't press anymore, you might as well start over because that's the name of the game. Pressing with the house's money. This 2,000, I might only have 200-300 in on it. But the rest of it is the house's money. So if I got 2,000 a machine and I started with 300, 1,700 is their money. Started all over. That mentality, it shook me. It was last year. God told me, you lost 2,000 12 times. Oh, I didn't. I went back and looked. I did. The video I did last week that posted a few days ago, and I said gambling with the ex-pro basketball player.
Yep.
I lost 2,000 4 times with him than my Mexican, but I lost 2,000, 6 or 7 times in that session. And when you think about it, it's like you lost 7. Well, one time it was like 1,900, but you lost 2,007. That's $14,000. So if I take 300 to 2,200 or some change, lose the 2,000. I take that 200 and some to 24 and some change, lose that 2,000. I take the 400 left to another 20 some hundred, lose that 2,000.
Right.
That's $6,000 I just lost. So my thing now, I'm to a point. Once you hit that 2, maybe 1 hit, print the ticket. It is what it is. There's no, you can't press anymore.
Right.
The ticket. Will I stick to it? We'll see.
Yeah, we will see, won't we?
Yeah.
All right, so getting back, so we're talking about bubble craps now.
Okay.
Let's get into kind of like some psychology type of questions when deal with gambling and bubble craps in general. If you're gambling, what I found out, obviously, I've only been gambling 14 months now. I'm still young in the game, but I've had some losses.
Oh,
How
yeah.
do you handle the streak of losses? So say you just get on a, it just seems like you can't win for a couple of days, or however long the streak lasts. How do you deal with that? Your mindset, especially for you, somebody who gambles a lot, you might lose today, lose tomorrow, but then you're going to come back the next day. How do you deal
Yeah.
with the loss in your head? How do you brush it off? That's the biggest thing for me. I feel like I'm a winner in life. In life, I'm winning. Everything I'm doing, I'm winning. But that life don't matter whenever you go into that casino. They don't give a damn, bro. They take your money, take everything from you. And it ain't even the money that gets to me mentally, it's the losing. It's like I'm a winner. Why the I'm just losing? I'm a winner. What the hell? How do you deal with that mentally?
So that's what I was saying with YouTube in the comments. You got to be built for this, but this a different world. This is a different life here. I've seen some of Bluff's videos where he lose. I see the pain in his eyes. I can relate to it. You can't fake the funk with that. I see what he's going through.
Right.
And he's a young guy in the game. The house will always win. Let me first say that. I don't care who it is. I got a guy, Bob, I talk to. We text every other day, every day. He's an older guy. He's banned out of a bunch of casinos. He's the only one that I know that actually wins in gambling. He messes up every now and then too, but he's an older guy. He goes, plays his bubble crap. He follows the trends. He'll look through the history. Okay, this brought a 7, this brought a 7, this brought a 7. When those numbers come off, he'll be disciplined. He'll turn off. And he's cool. He'll win 1,000 a day or so. He has a stop loss. If he's up 1,000, from what he put in, he leaves. Sometimes maybe 500. But he's very consistent with it. Those losses, though, when he has his losses, what he does is he'll take days off. I've done that. So, like right now, I really said I'm not going to gamble anymore until I'm about 80% going to Vegas, because those Vegas, I was down a bag in Vegas last time, and then I got it back the day or two before I left, thankfully, most of it anyway. Those losses separate the boys from the men as far as how it makes you feel, and just what it does to you. Everyone wants to appear that they're doing well, they're doing good, et cetera, but the house always wins. The casino is designed, when you look at the patterns of the carpet, the lights, no windows, no clocks. I even think they're pumping something in the air psychologically, because I'm like, hold on, man. I've had times I went in, I'm up 8,000. Why didn't you leave? I lost all of it. I've looked around at the camera like, is somebody hitting the switch? This machine just gave me 30 rolls, 20 rolls. Now it gave me 1 roll, 2 rolls, 1 roll. What the hell is going on? Like the old heads do at the table, when they have a good roll, they color up and they walk away. After a real good session of bubble craps, you may catch another one or go find another machine. It's not going to keep cooking all night. If it's cold, this machine is cold, go to another machine. Don't sit here thinking you're going to break the code, because it'll break you first. There's plenty of machines, go to another one. But in reference to those losses, man, the only way to really deal with them, first, like you see what I'm doing here, I just made $50 in the time we've been doing this video.
Right.
You have to have something outside going on, because this is debilitating. This gambling is, that's why I want to do a podcast talking about the dark side of it. It's destroying lives. The way they had, you said you're 44?
44, yes, sir.
Before. Okay. The crack epidemic of the 80s and 90s. So there's going to be a sports gambling epidemic that they'll be talked about 20, 30 years from now. You don't sports bet. I got a group for that, and I got people doing it, which is cool. And I've learned a lot from it. Sports betting is destroying lives. I know that's a whole nother topic, but it still aligns with gambling. Gambling, oh my God, man. I remember
let's go on that path, because this is a gambling podcast. Why did you say that? What makes sports gambling so different than, say, table games or anything else? What's so different about it?
Thank you for asking. So you go to a casino. Let's say you went the other day with $1,000. You went 200. Then you went 800. You lost, right?
Right.
For the most part, you leave. If you don't bring credit cards and stuff, you leave.
Right. Yes, sir.
The thing with sports betting, it's linked to your account. So some people, they've got $60 to last in the rest of the week, $12 in the account, $1.80 in the account. While you're sitting at home on the toilet watching TV, whatever, you could put your last on there and bet a parlay. You could bet $1 parlay to win $1 million or something crazy. It's not going to happen. It's a false perception of hope that this reality can come. If you go down to sports books and you want to bet $50,000 straight up on a bet, this team only 50-50. It's going to be this way, that way. They're going to reject your bet for the most part, unless you go to the big casinos that know who you are. Go to the casino, you want to bet $50,000 on a 10-leg parlay. They're going to welcome that bet. You have people that are turning 21, females that don't even know nothing about sports. Oh, man, the Lakers got to win tonight. No, they don't. The Eagles game Monday, I got a handicapper in my group. He does first half bets and some game bets, but he's really, really good. He'll win 10 out of 12 games, 11 out of 13. Sometimes he'll win them all. Because he does the research. The Eagles played the Giants Monday. The Eagles are 4-1. The Giants are 1-4. The spread was plus 1.5. It's plus 7.5. My bad. So that means the Eagles have to win by 8 for you to take the money. Unless you took the money line. Some people take the money line. It's minus 400. So bet
you're taking the spread though.
Yeah, if you bet 10,000, you'll win 2,500.
Right.
Plenty of people did that. They'll put 100,000 on it to win 2,500. The Eagles got the brakes beat off of them the whole game. SBC said take the Giants. And then those single stage games, start watching this. Those single stage games, look at how many times the team that's plus actually flat out wins. He said take it over 40. They have 40 first half. And take the Giants. Giants completely dogged them. Do you understand the lives that was completely destroyed just with that one game? There's people that had car payments, rent, whatever bill due. Oh, let me just bet the Giants, the Eagles money line, make a couple extra dollars, then I go pay this bill. The Eagles didn't win. This guy downtown I used to sports bet with, he borrowed $2,500 from his boss. He took 3 bets. He needed $600 for something. He promised the boss he'd give him his money back. The teams were like minus 18, minus 21. He just took a money line. A team is supposed to win by 21, 22 points. They actually lost the game. When I walked past him after they lost, the way he was, it looked like he was contemplating suicide. Like the way he looked, it's like it was bad. But that's my thing though. You can go to casino, you lose, you go home, you can regroup, think about, man, I won't be back for a while, et cetera, whatever you want to do. That's fine. The thing with sports betting, it's at home with you. It's on your phone. You can't get away from it.
Well, they got betting sites where you can actually play online, craps and everything. And you know what I mean? So you can even play it on my phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely as far as that, but it's different with sports betting because it's okay. You can play craps, blackjack, whatever. Like, okay, it's just, you might win, you're gambling. But with sports betting, it triggers something else differently because like this has to happen. It's not dawning on you. No, the hell, this does not have to happen. It can definitely go the other way. But you're not in the moment, you're not thinking about it. No, this has to happen. This has to happen. No, the hell, it does not have to happen. And that's just the reality of gambling. But sports betting is just different because it's right there and it's affecting, like it's a lot of people that don't know about the casino. Craps is intimidating. A lot of people, I don't know anything. I'm not going to play craps. I don't know about craps. I'm not going to play blackjack. I don't know about blackjack. But sports betting, my boyfriend, my mom, my aunt, whoever, so-and-so plays for this team.
I see what you're saying. So you're saying sports betting is so dangerous because it's more accessible to everybody because everybody, is casually knows about sports. Everybody don't casually know how to play craps or how to play baccarat or something. You actually have to kind of know what you're doing a little bit.
Yep. And even if you don't know about sports, your cousin does, your friend does. That's all you see talking about parlays. This person's supposed to win. Lamar Jackson supposed to run this many yards. This is guaranteed to win. And it's going to get so bad, man. These players, see, the thing about gambling, it doesn't matter what your bankroll is. You can win. I mean, you're not myself. I can win $100 million right now. I like to gamble. I'm still going to go gamble.
Right.
So you look at these guys like, man, you just signed a contract for 100 and something million. What are you doing gambling? What are you doing betting, taking bets against yourself? I mean, they've some of them NBA guys. I mean, it's going to get really, really. Even though you can bet yards on people. So just imagine this. And these guys are guys from the hood. Like they know they boys still in the hood. All you need is Lamar Jackson to go over 46 yards this game. You can take it under. He can reassure you he's going to go under. We're betting with our hearts, our lives, et cetera, but it's so much politics. It's such a scam behind it. Think what it would take for Vegas to tell a ref, just call 5 extra fouls. You can throw the flag every play if you want to. Just shift it a little bit and it'll be an envelope of 30, 40,000 in there. When you sit back and you think about that as I'm saying it, look at how many billions of dollars are on sports betting now. Before to make a sports bet, you have to have a bookie, you have to be underground.
Right.
Completely. It was illegal. Now I can get up right now and go downtown and book a bet. Not even that. I can take this phone. I mean, I've already done it today. I've booked about 10 bets today.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did one day. I lost almost 20 grand betting because you can just keep pulling. I limited myself for several years to 1,000, the most I could bet.
I heard you say 500 on the stream, didn't you? On one of you said I can only bet 500 on the sports now.
October last year, I switched to 500 because I was winning on Bubble Crab. I was winning like 1,000 or 2 a day, but then I'm losing on that. I'm doing parlays, it just didn't make sense. So now I strictly do 500 most I make a day. So if I win 50, and any bet I win, if I win 300 right now, I transfer it out. So no matter what, the most I can lose is 200 today. Whenever I win, I transfer that amount out. Yesterday, I had a bet to win 2,050 bucks. I cashed out at 500 and the bet covered and won easily. I said, bam. But yeah, I do it kind of fun. But basically, though, to answer your question, you have to take those breaks, man. I mean, it's hard. It's tough. You got to take the breaks. I know you want to push out content, and not even content. You're like a warrior instinct, warrior mentality. Oh, they took my money. I got to go get it back. It's okay to take those breaks because that sometimes I've seen it with bluff with all the gamblers. You just keep losing and losing and losing and losing and losing. And in your mind, you're down 1,000, you're down 5,000, you're down 10,000. So here's the problem when you're down those dollar amounts. You're chasing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's where my breaks are very important because I know if I just lost 10 grand, I'm in the casino, I'm up 1,000. What is that? I want my 10 grand back. Now you got 2 grand, 3 grand. Now realize you just added to the. Now you're down that 10. You came in with another, so you're down 12, and you keep adding to the loss. But when you take those breaks, you kind of disconnect from the loss itself, and you kind of come in with a fresh start. Okay, I'm coming in. You're not thinking about that 10 grand no more. You're just adding to it. The best thing for me though, so January when I did the thing with Bluff, something happens to you in Vegas too. From January when I got back to April, I was on a super crash course of gambling. I was up so much it kept losing and losing and losing. April, I read my comments. People was being so disrespectful. And then I ran into some people that were also thanking me for what I've helped them do. And I'm like, Greg, hold on. My concept is if I put 200 machine and I take it to 2,000, I may stupidly lose it, but I'm trying to show you, you could take it at 600, 800. I'm trying to show you what you can do if you continue doing it. These people, a lot of them don't gamble, Greg. They want to see, the casinos already finished them off. They want to see you beat the casino. It's kind of like you want to get your nut off in a sense, like they're seeing you winning. Yes, yes, yes. Then you lose it all. They're getting mad. I'm tired of this channel. I was hurting myself. Greg, why are you gambling like this and losing it? You're the people's champ for real. Like they want to see you coming out like victorious. So I had to really shift and check myself. That's when I started the $1,000 challenge thing. I talked to this older guy. He's been doing it 3 years. He wins 50 bucks a day. And I think I'm at session 120 maybe or whatever. And I'm up overall on that. To go in a casino and hit it 2 times, and if you see, I'll hit it 3, sometimes 4. But to find a machine to give you 2, 3 hits is a lot easier than finding that machine that's going to give you 20 or 30 hits. Obviously. Right. That concept, I've had people do it and they were very successful. There's a lady that told me, every time I do it, I lose. But she's not looking at the machine's history, one. She actually did win, but then she went and played slots and lost. So that you'll have your different complaints, but it takes a lot to go in the casino with $1,000, put it all in the machine at one time, and hope that it works out. It takes a lot, but I've proven if you do it and you're consistent with it, you will win. That the casino. If people kept doing that, the casino probably asked me not to come into it anymore, because they beat you with the probability in the long term.
Right.
If you're coming in and you boom boom and you're gone, you're picking away at them little by little by little. And I had to ask myself, what are you coming to the casino for? To win or lose? Win. Okay, you won. Now what?
There it is. All right. So we talked about your, the most money that you made at one time was at 56 grand. Let's talk about some of the downsides, since we're talking about the bad stuff about gambling. But one of the videos that I watch from you every week to kind of check myself, because
12,000.
I told myself I'm gonna start gambling, but I don't want to become a gambling addict. So the one that I watch every week, that one where you took that with 12,000 in there. You used to do the thing where you had the tickets. You would gamble all week, and it'd be cash out Saturdays. I think it was with Saturdays, cash out Saturdays, and you had 12,000 in tickets.
Yeah.
And instead of going and cashing to the cashier's cage to cash them out, you decide, no, I'm gonna sit at this bubble craft machine and play with these tickets. And it was crazy. It was a roller coaster, because you start with 12, you lose, you down to 6, you down to 5, then you make it all the way back up. Now you're only down 1,000. You're only down 1,000. And instead of being like, you know what, I was down 12. Oh man, I was down 6. Now I'm only down 1. Let's just go ahead and exactly what you said, Warriors mentality. No, I got to get my 1,000 back. I got to get my 1,000 back, and that turned into losing every dollar. Video right there. I watch it every week. I just watched it 2 days ago. I watch that video every week.
I almost didn't even post the video, man, because I couldn't deal with the comments and all that. But I only posted it from an awareness perspective, because I'm transparent. I'm like, Greg, you got to keep it real, let them know. But just imagine how low I felt, and then have to post that and watch people talk crazy to you on top of that. Yeah, that to me, when I went in there, because I was doing good. Throughout the week, I just leave the ticket. That was really to check me, because I would go cash the tickets in and then play.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do, we're going to take it and we're going to leave with the ticket, and then we're going to come back. It was an effective system. If I had someone go back, hey, you go cash it, or you come with me, I cash here, take the money, I'll play with this in a sense. What happened was, I'm like, okay, the tickets, some was like 24. I'm going to get them all down to like 2,000, and then we'll cash. And it's so hard, because the days like that, it makes you feel like things are rigged. Say that because I'm like, to get those tickets, I put 100 in that machine. I took 100 to almost 15 grand one time. I'm like, how do I put a ticket in here for 2 grand? Okay, I get it. I went right out once or twice, whatever. And it just punishes me like that. This is my casino. Like, I come in here every day. What the hell is going on? How did it know this day, this time, to not cut me any slack? I mean, it whooped the hell out of me.
Yeah, you whooped yourself in a lot of that working on the come out. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That was the thousands of dollars you working on the come out. I was like, stop it. You won't stop.
It starts getting in your head. You're not thinking straight anymore. You're not rational anymore. Yeah, it's just, even as you're saying, I'm replaying it, because I felt so low, man. Like, that's real money. I'm not
real money. You got their rights, real money.
Got all this money put up here and there.
Why is it you would be the perfect person to ask this? I've been thinking about this. It's so crazy. It's for somebody like me that comes from the dirt road. You know what I'm saying? I'm 44, but only 4 of those years I had some money. I've been broke most of my life. You feel me?
Yeah.
So why is it that $100 ain't the same $100 in the casino? $1,000 ain't nothing in the casino. As soon as you leave the doors, $1,000 is everything. Why is it you can have? I be in the casino like, you know what? I need $10,000, right? Like, no, you don't need it. I thought about it. You know, I'm a big dog. I got 100 grand. Why don't you just take 10,000 and go do it real quick? And then as soon as you outside, you're like, no, that's stupid. Why are you even thinking like that? Why don't money mean the same thing in the casino? Why do they say these are units instead of this is money? Oh, I'm down 5 units. No, mother, you down 5,000. What do you mean 5 units? No, you ain't down some units. You down 5 grand. You know what you could have did? You could have bought a small car with that.
When I tell you money in the casino has no value,
Man.
Like, I mean, I was talking to my mom about it. You got to think I'm on the other side. I know people with severe gambling problems. I know people that I can tell you right now, when I go in a casino, they're going to be in there looking like zombies, hoping somebody give them $1, $2 just to stick in a slot. There was a female in there earlier. She just walked by every slot machine to see if it changed. A nice looking female too. I felt bad for her. Like she probably early 30s. I mean, a nice looking female, but it has gotten a hold of her.
Right.
Yeah, just like heroin, crack, or anything else. Even like someone like yourself that's got it together, continue to gamble. You will remember this statement I'm about to make. It will grab you in a chokehold, just
Mm-hmm.
everyone else. There's things you can do from a precaution perspective, not making your money accessible, easily accessible. Like with myself, my house bought and paid for. I got over 4,000 bought and paid for. I got a ton of jewelry, like I got things. That's the thing, man. It's a true drug, and I look at how 1,000 you could like that 800 you threw.
Yes, sir.
You lost the
Yes,
800.
Mm-hmm.
When you walk outside that casino, that 800 is car payment.
Yeah, my BMW is 700.
Yeah, you're right. Car payment, groceries. It can touch so many lives, it impacts so many people, and you just one hit, 7, and it's gone. Just
It's
like
gone.
that.
That's what people be feeling with whenever they see you pressing, and you lose the 2,500 and 15. They're thinking, you know what, I could. That's all my bills for the month right there. That 2,500 you just did.
And this guy just threw it away, and it was in his hand.
On 1-7.
It's just a risk behind it. I think about some of my professional athlete buddies, man. When you look at some of them guys, like, man, you made 50 million, 100 million, and you're broke a year or two after the league. Those guys on the plane, on the bus, they're gambling so bad. Even casinos, they got separate rooms hidden for those guys, because you got to think they like the adrenaline rush of sports. Like, it goes hand to hand.
They like the action.
Yeah, the gambling goes right in.
That's what gets you too. That's what gets you. That's what one of the points I was going to make to you too. Me as a new gambler, I haven't got there yet. I'm hoping that I don't get there. But you're in it. You love the action. You love the thrill. You love that dopamine rush.
Yes.
Certain people got that with gambling. For me, I don't get the dopamine. I got the anxiety. It's so crazy. I was in the Army, so I'm willing to fight with you, shoot with you, stab with you, any of that. We can do it all. I'm down with it. But I come from nothing. So when it comes to my money, I'm like, yo, I don't want to lose $10. I don't want to lose $50. I don't give a damn if I got 100 grand. I'm worth almost $1 million. I don't give a shit. That $50, I don't want to lose that. Just the losing gets to your mental. It ain't even about the money at a certain point. It's about the losing. Okay, so let's get back into talking about bubble craps. Okay. Do you have a particular casino that you like playing at more than others? I know that you play at Shelbyville a lot. I took it that's probably the closest one to you, but is that your favorite one to play at?
Yeah, honestly it is, man, because I've talked to a lot of people and they kind of broke down like their local casino, how good Shelbyville is compared to theirs. The reality of Shelbyville, their machines overall, because I've been to some casinos, you could barely get a couple rolls. Like, it's just, so Shelbyville overall is pretty good. And they're 25 minutes away, really way too close for comfort, but it's Shelby. They just don't give you any points, no rewards, none of that crap. Kind of like the Strat in Vegas, Borgata in Atlantic City, or the Beau Rivage. I mean, I was there 3 days, got 29,000 points. Even at the Strat in Vegas, 26,000 points. That same play in Shelbyville, I would have been lucky to get 1,000 points on a good day. But overall, though, I have to get to a point I'm here for the points, or I'm here to make money. They don't bother me as far as the recording. So they don't bother recording. They let me do that. But they're making a ton of money off me. There's so many. The guy was down there. He said he's from Texas. He's here. He came to play there because he saw my videos. So I'm actually helping them a lot. They just added 4 new crapless craps machines. They went from just 5 regular bubble craps, or 3 regular bubble craps, to 5 regular bubble craps. Then they added 3 crapless, 3 more crapless, 3 more crapless. Now they added 4 more crapless, taking over that whole area.
How long does it take you to get to the other properties? You said it takes 25 before you get to Shelbyville. You have some other casinos there. How long do it take to get to those?
The one in Anderson, that's about 45 minutes away. Hollywood is about 1 hour and 20. There's a Hard Rock. It used to be called Horseshoe. Then it went to Jackson, went to Hard Rock in Cincinnati, Ohio. That's about 1 hour and a half away from me. But again, from the convenience perspective and the fact that overall the machines aren't bad. And I mean, you've seen me play them. I mean, some of the stuff you see happen in Shelbyville, you're like, damn, he just got
Right, exactly. They wouldn't happen where I was playing, I tell you.
Hey, make sure though. I don't know if you've tried the Sahara. I can't wait.
I haven't been there. You know, so crazy. I was right across the street from the Sahara, but I didn't go to the Sahara.
Man, I went to a little African restaurant down kind of close to it, and I'm like, instead of getting an Uber back, I ate good. Let me walk it off. And I passed the Sahara. Let me go in here. Man, I went in that thing. I couldn't do nothing wrong. I'm like, wait a minute. Because I was getting murdered.
I seen that video. Yeah, I seen that video.
Oh, man, I couldn't do nothing wrong. It was like, the only reason I didn't win a lot more because I had been losing so bad. I was trying to be a little more conservative, still power pressing. But yeah, the Sahara's got their machines. And I've seen that at different casinos. Those low key casinos have the best bubble craps action, man. Stay away from the mainstream, those big ones like Caesars. Oh my God, I've lost so much with Caesars bubble craps. It's crazy. But that Sahara, man, like that action. And of course,
I really like playing at South Point, or with South Point. Durango and South Point are about 12, 13 minutes away from my house.
Okay.
But the thing about South Point is they don't even have it where you can put your player's card in those machines. They give you absolutely 0 points for bubble craps. So you can't even use your player's card in those machines, but they're great machines. And I mean, they've been printing. So I go over there to play, but you don't get any points.
And they let you record there too, right?
Yeah, you can record. You just no points.
Right. I played a few that don't give no points. I know the Harris, they give you 1 point for every $100. And the board, it was one other one. They tell you these machines don't give you any points. I think I was in Vegas. But it tells you don't get any points for the machine. But I get it though, because a guy showed me where there's a way you can actually beat the casino. Not beat them, but somewhat beat them. So let's say you bet 100 on don't pass.
Mm-hmm.
Your point is 10.
Mm-hmm.
100 on buy the 10 for 100. As long as you get past the first row, you're guaranteed a push or profit. He showed me that in Anderson about 2 months ago.
Is that the system that you're trying to do? It's gonna be hard for you. Is that the system that you're trying to do in one of your last videos? That's gonna be hard. I was looking at that and I'm like, any system like that is gonna be hard for you to do, because in your mind, power pressing is what it is. And if you start getting 2, 3, 4 rolls while you're just sitting there, you ain't gonna have that. You got to put your money. You got to spread your money across and get those hits in. That ain't gonna be a good system for you.
Yeah, you're very analytical. You've analyzed me and studied me. You're 100.
I'm trying to tell you, I can copy you 100% how to play.
When I say you own it, because I tried it, rolled 6, it rolled another 6, it rolled 5. Man, screw this.
Yeah.
I mean, what he actually done, he had bet 100 on don't pass, and then the point was like 6. He put 500, I think, on a don't 6, and then he bet 600 on do 6. So with 6's odds, it pays fairly decent, even on a don't. So either way, he was going to make a look. I'm like, man, so you're doing all this. If 7 comes, you basically break even. If 6 comes, you win, I think it was like $60. He was like, yeah, man, but you make a profit. He was like, I was in Vegas. I played for so many hours. I made like 600 and some bucks. And I got a lot of points. So from a point perspective, it's good, because imagine each roll, you got $1,200 out there.
Right.
So if you're calculating $1,200 and you're at a casino that rates, if you want to get your points up, that is excellent for that. But I refuse to sit up here and do that concept and get 30, 40. My buddy I used to gamble with, Cedric.
Where said it? I remember him from the videos. He was always funny, running away from the bubble machine.
I mean, he'll text Strawberry. She's so just so funny. She was real nasty and rude to him one time. She don't like nobody being around me like that, and it kind of hurt his feelings. But he'd be all right. But he is the scariest guy. He used to crack me up. He would hit the button to run off.
I remember those videos. He was funny.
And a lot of people can relate to that, because that's how you really feel when you hit the button. But he was rolling. I'm sitting next to my machine. Point was 10. And he just hitting all these numbers. Hold on, man. Hold on. I took 100, put it in his machine, bet 5, 6, 8, 9. I turned that 100, I want to say, into like 13, 1400. He ended up cashing it out before he hit the 10. I'm like, I get that mindset. You're just chasing a don't on this 10. But look, you just rolled 9 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, That's the thing that gets me with sports betting. I'm sitting up here betting all this money, hoping so and so throws the ball, he catches the ball, runs the ball. I can go down to the casino right now and put my money across, and unless it's just a horrible day, I'm gonna roll something. On crapless, hey bro, crapless is an addiction on its own. I flew to Vegas when they first came out with it just to play crapless bubble craps. You only lose to a 7. You can roll a lot of numbers before that 7 comes. That's a dangerous and addictive game, man.
To me, craps is more expensive than playing regular craps, obviously, because you got to cover more numbers.
Well, I wouldn't say more expensive. If you put 100 in, you can make more regular bubble craps versus crapless if it's not throwing extreme numbers.
Right.
Spreading your number against six ways versus 10 ways is the difference. If you're just rolling inside numbers, regular numbers, you're killing yourself. But you catch a machine that's throwing those horns, aces, 12, 3. Oh man, you could run up a bag real quick.
Let's talk about your system a little bit. So obviously, what got you known, what you're known for, is power pressing. When people think Greg Uloho, they think power pressing. What do you say to people who think that the only way that your strategy is really effective is if you have the bankroll to be able to chase it? Because you got to think, if you put 100 in there, the 1-7 kills you, or any 7 kills you because you're all out of there every time. What do you say to people like the only reason why you're able to do that because you got the money to chase the money that you lost?
Correct. I've heard that many times. No, it's not that. My last 100 or my first 100, I'm gonna play the same. Power pressing is the name of the game. If you want to win in a casino, you got to press. No, you don't have to press as aggressive as I press, but you have to press because if you got $10 on 4 and the 4 rolls pays you $19, go to a quarter on it. Next thing you know, you're at $75. The reason you have to press because you started with 10. 2 4s, you got 75. If you count the big that it took out, you're $78, let's say, whatever. And 2 4s. That, if you just bet the 4 straight up, you'd have won 19 and 19. So you'd have won 38 versus 78. Like, you have to press your bet. I get it. The reason the casino wins is because of fear. The fear we have to not press is why the house wins. The dice, any game, you're going to lose more than you're going to win. The object is when you are winning, take full advantage of the win. You've seen me, everybody seen me take 100 to 1,000, 2,000 even. The goal in the beginning when I really was popular, I would go on with 1,000. I would do 200 in, try 5 times.
Right.
I would succeed. All I need to do is succeed 2 out of 5 and I've doubled my money. 200 to 1,000, print it, 200 to 1,000, print it. Even if I only succeeded 1 time, that's still $1,000. I could try 5 more times. The odds on trying to succeed 2 out of 5 times, you only need to succeed 1. Eventually, you're going to get 2 out of 5. The most I got was 4 out of 5, 4,600. I won, man, I have won a ridiculous amount of times on that. But no, it's not about really how much you have. I've had 20. I took to 1,100 one time. I got a video the other day when I lost everything, got $90 on a freaking slot machine, went back, put in bubble craps, and shit, I had almost 20. I think it was like 17. I forgot to count, but almost 17 grand. It's not so much how much you have to start. The thing you have to realize, you cannot predict what that machine is going to do. You just have to bet. I get it. You don't want to lose. Nobody wants to lose. But when you go on that losing mentality, what if, you might as well stay. Like they say, if you're scared, stay home, or whatever the hell the saying is. The fear is why we lose in the casino. When you bet that $800, I'm like, yes. Because I've seen the cautionary aspect of you, like you're conservative, man. I don't want to lose. But when you did that 800, I'm like, okay. They fucked up though. I mean, they got lucky because it's like like an animal. They get a taste of blood. If you got that 800 in, and let's just say you got 20 rolls.
I was about to find out. Let me tell you, I was about to find out. I keep watching. You know what it is. Let me come on camera for this part of it. If people watch my videos, they know that I can take 30 to 350 to it. They see me make hundreds of dollars a bunch of times. I can make 600, 700, 800, but I'm watching you, I'm watching Bluff, I'm watching all the people and constantly thousands of dollars. I'm like, I want to win thousands too.
Right.
I want to win. So the only way that you can win it is to bet it. And I ain't scared to bet. I'm not scared to bet. I'm just trying to think I'm trying to be smart and trying to think what's the smartest way to make this work. But I ain't scared to bet. So at the point, I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm putting it in and we're going to see. We're going to see. Because I'm trying to tell you that the way I was feeling right there is where you be feeling some of the videos like, fuck this, we about to see. We about to see because I'm just going to keep hitting that motherfucker till it stopped. I was going to hit it because I wanted to take out. Yeah, I got 5,000. I'm a big boy. You know what I mean?
Timer was the only thing that threw you off on that, man. That was the only thing because, I mean, you got 8 in it. You had to spread it out just right. You hit the button, you spread it again. Like
I was feeling good. I hit that 9, hit that 4. I was like, oh, that 4, okay. I really was thinking I want to hit one of these 12s or one of these aces for some big money. I ain't did that before. I see you bluff. I see you do it all the time. 3 12s in a row. I was like, I want to do that too.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is though, betting like that, a person will do it that'll happen. Like, oh no, I ain't doing this again. The next time you do it, and you'll see it, you should record it. Like, all right, I'm just gonna emulate. Like, I got $80 in here. Let's see what I could take this 80 to. It's almost like if it was 1,000 in there. And watch you take that 80 to a number. You're like, man, if this was $800, what I could have done with it.
A lot of times I don't even want to cut off for the come out roll whenever it's on the roll because I'm thinking that's one more roll that I could have got in.
Yeah,
so that's why I'll be wanting to work on the come out. If it's going, let me get every roll in before it go out.
Take it off for the come out, man. I'm living proof. Like, man, I've had rolls where I didn't work. I did work, 7 came, put fresh money in, and got like another 19, 20 rolls. Give it that one roll. The dice are on your side. 7 is inevitable. It's supposed to come every like 6, 5, 6 rolls, whatever.
Yep.
If it's gonna come, turn it off. Please come now if you're gonna come. I've had times that I took 200 to 13, 14, 16, 1700. Worked, lost it all. All that work was in vain. Put fresh money, ran that back up to a crazy amount. Had I been off, I could have kept it going.
Right.
Come out roll is so important to leave the dice off. It don't make no sense, man. I mean, I know a lot of people don't, but it'll hurt you more in the long run. Just let it be off that one roll, please.
Gotcha. So how do you obviously when you run out of money, that's obviously when it's time to go. But whenever you're winning, how do you decide, okay, I'm good? Because, for somebody who loves to gamble like yourself, I imagine that's pretty hard for you. How do you decide when I've had enough?
That's a very good question, man, because it's really never enough. Like, from a gambling perspective, it's like you just want to keep going. And it's like, what do you keep going for till you lose it all? Because nobody's going to win forever. I don't care who you are. No one wins forever. But in your mind, you start thinking, yes, I can win forever. I can keep winning. No, you can't keep winning. That's just the reality of gambling. No one continues to win. So for me, where I'm at right now in this moment, it's like I'm trying to use more discipline. Even going in without credit cards, you see me Zelle people. People look at, why am I selling people, paying them $40, $50? I can't give myself access. Like this money I just made today, that would be in the bank Monday.
Right.
Can't go in and give myself access. I did that years ago when I went in with cards, and it's like we went to Atlantic City, Strawberry. I keep telling her crazy, but stop bringing your debit card. That's why I don't bring mine. Now, only bring it, she didn't got the limit increased to where she could take 6,000 out every 24 hours. Woo-hoo! Like, man, what the hell is wrong with you? But the thing is, I don't give myself that access. So if I Zelle somebody, Zelle is going to cap me off after a certain amount anyway. So I Zelle somebody 1,000 because I'm really not ready to go. I Zelle somebody nothing. If I really need to put it like on my dad. I tried one time. Whatever I go with when I lose, that's it. Because I put myself in worse situation. I lose. Zelle him 1,000, him 1,500, him another 1,000. That 1,000 or 15 or 200 you came with, now you've ended up losing 5,000 or 6,000 because you're Zelling people. But I've also Zelled people, like I Zelled the guy 400 one day, won 12,000, and that was. So it's a double-edged sword. Sometimes it works out, but if you're going with a set amount, this is what you want to play. Once you lose it, you just live to fight another day. Because that chase, now you're down another 1,000, another 1,000. Yeah, you may catch a good roll, but hell, you're down 4,000. You just won 2 of it back, but you're chasing 4, so you threw that away because you're down too much. Cut the losses is the number one thing I would tell anybody when you're doing. It's always another day. I've had days I walked in and you just lose. It's just a bad day. I've had days I walked in, I'm like, I do $1,000 challenge, or just put it in here, hit 3, 4 hits. Cool. Put it in this next machine, another couple hits. Like, I can't do nothing wrong.
Right.
Again, 2 things. Cut your loss, come back another day. 1. 2, if this machine is cold, get your ass up and go to another machine. I was just sitting in Vegas getting punished. I lost.
That's when you asked me about the 800 from last night or whatever. You like the 7s. I was just did that one machine. I didn't lose. I mean, I didn't change machines after that. I changed one time, and then I'm like, I ain't changing again. So that's why I just stayed there.
And change machine. That one I just remember looking down. I think I took the camera down, looked down at the history, like, ooh, it was too much red down there. That's all. No. Yes, when it's a lot of sevens, it could have cycled out of the seven. Now it's about to give a good roll, but I don't even want to take the risk. I'd rather go to a machine that is not. Some people say was not a lot of sevens. Now seven's about to come, possibly. But even like on my lives, my son will go in and he'll look at the video. I mean, the machine prior to me getting there, if he gets there a little early, and we look for machines that looks decent. And I went 5-0 or 6-0 on my lives. I lost this week, but in reality, I had my money back and I was up at least twice during the live video. I just wasn't up a substantial amount. But that history tells a lot about those machines, man.
Have you noticed, since you played in Vegas a bunch of times and all over where you live, do you honestly feel like there's a difference in the bubble machines at the different properties?
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, man. Some of them, I don't know how they're able to make them so damn tight. Like, I mean, shit. Like, you can't get nothing off. Anderson is somewhat like that. I mean, but again, you got to find the right machine, man. It's like there's one that's going to pay you. How can you find? I just went to Anderson the other day. I only went in with $400 lost. Went and played my free play, won $50, $55. Took it to what? That video be coming up about a week. I think it was $750 or $850. All I needed was aces to hit them all. I'm like, man, why when I first came here with 200, I went 10, 10, 10. This was a cross. I couldn't do nothing. I played free play. I won $55, put $55 in here. Bet 333, $4 on all, $5 or whatever on all, $4 on all the numbers, and I get it to $850. All I need is aces to hit them all. Like, come the hell on. But yeah, definitely, man. I just don't know how they're able to make. My buddy sent me a text yesterday trying to tell me that the machines are rigged. They know the outcome. I told him I'm not going to go for that because they're actual dice. Like, it's not like it's a video. This is 2 dice in a glass, and you see it doing whatever.
Right.
There's
some people are going to say, oh, they got magnets. They got magnets.
No. I mean, I've had times where I looked up in the sky like, man, wait a minute, how did you just get that cold? But the same way it can give you 10, 20, 30, 40 rolls, it can give you point out. Like it's going to cycle. It's just the dice. Go to another one that's not cold. It's that simple. Don't stay here this cold motherfucker that's just going to keep punishing you.
Right.
Go to another one.
Is there anything, since you have a lot of time in front of the bubble craps machines, is there anything that you would like to change about the bubble craps machine? Now, one thing, if I was thinking about this question as I was asking you right now, I'm pretty sure you got a problem with the limits that they got on the machines. But other than that, anything that you think would be good to change it?
Limits are problem 1. 2, if there was a way, I would like if they had like 1 or 2 in a high limit room where I can gamble without being bothered, because while I'm flooring and going, that throws me off a lot. People want to come up and mess with me. But outside of that, nah, the machine does what the machine does. I mean, people keep breaking them. I saw a guy banging on a button so hard one day, the next day the button didn't work for 2 weeks. They eventually fixed it. But nah, the machines are beautiful, man. There's nothing I can say about the machines itself. It's dice. It's just you and the machine. As long as nobody's throwing you off, whatever, you choose to stay at a cold machine that keeps losing. That's your choice. And you got 5, 6, 10 other machines here to choose from. But no, I have no complaints. I actually feel like Interblock needs to compensate me for helping to make those machines, because a true dice roller like myself at one time, there's no way you're going to go play dice on no machine and the table's there. I have brought so many people over to bubble craps. It makes no sense. So many people over bubble craps.
That's so crazy that you said that. My next question was, I was going to ask you if you thought that bubble craps could ever replace live table crap for most players.
Yes, 100%. The things that happen on bubble craps as people are watching my videos more and more. I mean, I walk past the table all day, every day. I mean, the only advantage to the table is you have higher limits and you don't have those the hand pay limit. We know it's raising to 2,000 in January. That's the only. Other than that, the things that will happen to bubble crap you will never see on the table. And I've shot at the table for 12, 20 years almost. You will not see them on the table. Rolling 3 12s in a row, it's not that it's impossible. The dice gonna do what the dice gonna do. It's just, I had one time I rolled 3 hard 6s out of like 7 rolls. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Even if it was happening at the table, they're gonna do things to the dice. Like it's just not, you don't see these things at the table, period. At all. The only reason I haven't hit bubble craps for 6 figures or something ridiculous, because it's a $2,000 limit. I
Right.
rolled 11 nines one day, like in 11 nines. So you see, I just told you the breakdown. 6 4s, I'm at 18 grand, and 6
Right.
4. I've rolled 10 4s and 10s before, like, yeah.
So we talked about your background, rim shop, gambling, bubble craps. I want to talk a little bit about you getting into content creation. Can you tell me how did you decide to start filming your sessions whenever you were playing bubble craps?
Okay, so honestly, I've been a content creator most of my adult life. Because with YouTube, when people like my ulohos.com website, I've been taking pictures of cars, putting them online for years. I get people to this day, so and so died. He used to have a picture of his car. Yep, I sure do, from 20 years ago. So I was recording myself gambling because the last thing on my mind was I get paid for it. It's like I'm bringing awareness to people. Hey, if you're in the casino, you could play this game, you could win money. You got to play it like this. Just pretty much looking out, teaching people.
Right.
And one day my son was just doing it. He's like, Dad, look at all these people commenting on here. He said, you can monetize it where YouTube will pay you. I'm like, no, I didn't know that. He's like, just click this, and click this. See, you monetize that easy. I'm like, oh, okay. That's how I got into that. Content creating aspect, I'm still a work in progress as far as that. I'm learning because I'm seeing the numbers that people are making from it. But I have a day job in a sense. A lot of content creators, that is what they do. So if I kind of did that full time, I'd imagine I would be something like a bluff because I would go full throttle. I would see what everybody else is doing and what's working and try and would do the same thing or try to even do it even better. I've been told I have the gift of gab. From a personality perspective, I know how to talk. I read the room very, very well. And I'm a leader by nature. So from a personality perspective, I think I could I know I can get it. I have a following now, but so pretty much as far as the content creator, I'm still a work in progress. Like you've given me some game now in the podcast about it. So every day I'm just learning a little bit more and more. It's not about you just gambling. You have to think about the people. You have to be mindful what you say to the people.
There you go.
And all that.
Okay, so as far as your goals that you have for your YouTube channel and the Instagram and everything, what goals, if I said, where do you want to be by the end of next year? What do you think you would say? What's your goals for the end of next year?
The end of this year, next year, I just want my views to go up. And like I was telling you earlier, I kind of got a few things in mind as far as giveaways. I didn't get to mention, but I'm going to start doing things with random fans. Tons of people want to do sessions with me right now. Kind of like if I come to Vegas, I think it'd be cool. You and I even said something to Jackpot Jay or whoever else, just go, we do some sessions. I said something to Bluffer. I'm like, hey, I'm not on that Big Bang Hank stuff. Like I'm not coming and doing no reckless stuff. I'm on a budget at all times.
Right.
I'm like, where we do 100, 50, 50, and just see how far we can go. It could be I got 500, you got 500. We just go around. We do hit $200, 6 and 6. We do $600, 3. You get 6, I get 6. It's 50-50. See what you do. See what we do. At the end of the day, we split whatever it is, and just content and make it fun. But even and I did it with the ex-pro, my buddy that played basketball. Start doing content with people, fans. What that's going to do is it's going to be content for my viewers that's different each day, each time. I don't know. Like I had one that's got bet all his money on the roulette wheel, picked a number and fell out on the floor on his knees like he was dying.
Oh yeah, that was a good.
That went viral low key. And I'm like, and those are the things. So with doing it with different fans, I'm allowing their fears into the game. Whereas they're like, now print it at 200, print it at 600. You see their emotions, you get their personality. I think from a content perspective, my viewers, it's gonna grow because it's like, okay, who does he have this for? Is this older white lady? Is it this hood black female? Is it this guy that's from the streets? Is it this professional guy? Because everybody asks. And it's not about me just gambling, go in. So I like to have a day where I do sessions with a fan. A day I have to title it where I actually give back, like my mom's nonprofit organization, or my guy, he does feed the homeless, where I may, go buy 20 $10 Papa John's pizzas, just different things in the community. Then I also want a day where it's like I just randomly help people, where I may go to the grocery store and pay for somebody's groceries or buy kids some toys. I just got to kind of pin it down, but just giving back. Then another day where, hey, if we win, we're going to win $200. We're going to go around, we're going to find 10 people, we're going to put $20 in the slot machine. That was helping my channel in the beginning, when I was going around putting money in people's slots, because people want to see that. That's what people, from a viewer perspective. So to answer your question, I need my subscriptions to go up. And it's not just subscriptions going up, I need my views to go up. My views going up obviously will make the subscriptions go up. And I'm seeing little things like Bluff did, hey, for every like I get, I'm going to gamble $1. That's a pretty nice concept. And people like to see that. And the more likes I get, the more it helps the algorithm give me more subscribers and more views, actually. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to YouTube. The more people the more YouTube puts your video out, the more views you'll get. I think I have pretty good content. It's exciting as a rush. I need to start locking up wins more, which I was doing that here for a little while. I mean, you have some bad sessions, but locking up wins, giving people, and just the entertainment thing. Those three things: the fan, it's Philanthropy Thursday, where I'm giving money to some good cause, and then another one where I'm just randomly. I even said I go in the gas station. Everybody comes in to put gas in their gas tank, and like the guy across the street, the little Arab store, Clark Gas Station, he knows me, knows my shop. Anybody that comes in, if they're putting 20 under in their car and they're paying cash, I'm going to put $20 in their gas tank. Put them on camera, me doing it. And it's just the thrill of it. It's like each week he's going to do something different people want to see, and kind of make it where it happens in the middle of the video and then something else happens like towards the end of the video, just to keep them watching it.
Do you have any plans in the future of adding more games to your channel, or do you want to keep it bubble craps?
No, I have to add it. It's not even about me. I've been incorporating a little slot action here, but I've got to go in. I don't have to play everything on there, but and now it's easier because they have video roulette, video blackjack, slot machine. They may even have, I think they got video baccarat. So I definitely give people variety. I'm gonna have to incorporate that. Even though I love bubble craps, I love it, love it, love it. But play a little slot, 5-10 minutes. Play a little blackjack, maybe slots, craps, then a little blackjack. Everybody doesn't think like me. When I'm watching Bluff and he goes to slot machines, I kind of fast forward through that. Because all I want to really see is craps and bubble craps for the most part. I have learned a lot from it, as far as I know how to play baccarat now. I didn't know.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely how to play it now from watching him. But yeah, I'm definitely going to incorporate more games. I have to. If I want my channel to grow, I can't just do bubble craps. Period. Point blank. I have to.
Right.
And even as I'm doing bubble craps, he does it and it hurts him. But as I'm doing it, I have to do it from a tutorial perspective too. Because sometimes I'm moving so much, you can't see this. They want to see that big $868 pop up on the screen that's what I just got paid. They want to know how much I got on this and how much it paid. I can't just hit the button, show the number, and hit the, you got to understand that people are viewing it. They want to be there with me, actually.
Exactly.
That's why having a cameraman is very important. My son,
for me, I'm every video that you've seen from me from bubble craps, I'm always standing up so I can get the full picture for the people.
Yes, that's another.
So when you do your best filming whenever, because how you stand up. Sometimes you're doing around the world.
Yep.
And so you do your best filming whenever you're standing up. That's when we can see everything.
Yes, I agree.
But the thing with that is you can't do long sessions because I'm standing up the whole 30 minutes filming it, and sometimes people don't know I paused that like twice in the middle of the video so I can sit down for a second, get back up and see the video. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
You be in there 2-3 hours. It's hard to stand up 2 or 3 hours playing bubble crap. Yeah. All right. So my last 2 questions, I've seen you, shout out different other content creators that you like in the past in some of your videos. Mm-hmm. Who are some of the other creators and gamblers that you respect and follow? I did a live video on my channel yesterday, just a Q&A, and Dr. Options came by and I got to speak to him. I was like, I wish that you would, make videos again. Shout out to Dr. Options. But who are the people that you like?
From a gambling perspective, I'm a true diehard gambler. Bluff is very entertaining. So I won't say very, he's entertaining. So I watch him, especially now that he's betting these crazy, ridiculous numbers. But that's really about it for me because I don't do slots. And all I really want to see is Dyson. But I was watching, what's that? He's a sports handicapper. What is his name? Kind of tall white guy. I didn't even like his style of betting because he was betting $1,000 come bet, maxing the odds like.
Are you talking about Sean? What was his name? Sean.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
I watched it. It was cool. It irritated me because he was hurting himself. I'm like, man, that I put 1,000 every number. So when the 4 rolls, instead of you going in your pocket 3,000 odds, that 1,000 and 4 paid you 3,000. So your 3,000 odds that you're putting on that 1,000 is actually all free money. But don't bet come bets.
Sean Perry.
Yeah, Sean Perry. Yep. You bet $1,000 come bet. It rolls. You put the $1,000 on 4, then you put 3 behind it. That 1,000 is going to pay you 1,000. Just stand there 4 rolls, and that's what you want to bet. Put the $1,000 on the 4. It pays you 3,000. Why get paid even money when you can get odds? The come bet, the pass line bet the only way it makes sense if you bet like 20 times odds or better. And let me give you an example. So let's say you on the table is 10 times odds.
Mm-hmm.
4 rolls. You got 10 in front, 100 in back. The 100 in the back pays you 300. The 10 in the front pays you 220. So that 110 pays you $320 with max odds on 10 times table. You put that same 110 on the 4. Not only can you pick it up whenever you want to pick it up to leave, go to the bathroom, or whatever, it pays you $330 minus a $5 big. So you win $325 putting 110 on the 4 versus $320 if you bet it with a come bet or the pass line bet. It doesn't make sense. You're losing money. And it can even be 15 times odds. You got 10 in the front, 150 in the back. The 150 in the back pays you $450. The front pays you $20. You got $470. Well, if you put that same 160 on the 4, you get $470 versus $480. Well, yeah, but then you got to take off the $7 VIG. Still, $420 versus $423. $470 versus $473. You still make more money buying it versus placing it. You make more money buying it versus put on the pass on a comeback. Now, when you get to 20 times odds and more, then it makes sense. But under that, like Vegas, where it's 2, 3, 4, 5 times, man, I would never, ever, unless I'm shooting, bet the pass line. It makes no sense.
Well, a lot of people, they looked it up online, and it is true that as far as mathematical, the best mathematical way to play craps is pass line, come, odds. But for somebody like me, I watch Vegas policy. He straight come bet. That's the way that he plays craps with the come bet. I'm hitting all these numbers, but I'm not getting paid for it. I just can't sit there and do that.
Yeah, that's the old school. Then think about this. Let's say you've hit 4 numbers. Then he hit his point was 10. You got money on 4, 5, 6, 8. He comes out, he rolls a 7. You just lost all your come bets. Your odds are safe. You just lost all your come bets. Like it just makes absolutely no sense to me at all. Like it's really frustrating because it just makes no sense. Like even if you stand like Vegas, my buddy does, he pisses me off when he does it. He'll bet a come bet, but in his mind, he's hoping that roll is a 7, so he would have won.
Oh, you're trying to protect it. Oh, I see.
Yeah, he's doing it from a 7 perspective. And when
that doesn't make sense either, unless you betting the come bet that you betting is worth more than whatever you got on the table. You're still gonna lose.
He'll have absolutely nothing on the table. He'll just bet a $10 or $15 come bet and hopes he could throw a 7 that roll. That's why when it throws a crap, I'll laugh at him or something like that. But it doesn't make sense though, man. Like you better come bet, rolls a 7 or whatever it rolls, a point, whatever the number is. You put odds on it, and most people don't max their odds anyway. It makes no sense. If you want to do that, just stand there. Oh, the dice roll 5. Just put your money on 5. That $10 you had on come bet, put it on the 5.
I'm about to really start going super hard on the table because I don't know if you heard this or not. Did you hear about the new stakes at the Rio?
Yeah, $3.
$3. Yeah, $3 from 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. Oh yeah, 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. is $3. And so I played at the Plaza. But whenever you play at the Plaza, they raise the limit to 25 minimum. Whenever you playing, even if they got $15 or $10 tables, they raise it to 25 so you can film. Right. So I'm like, I can go to the Plaza, take 500 to the Plaza at $3. I'm not going to be playing at $3, but with $500, I can have a lot of shooters.
At the plaza, they'll let you record if you're betting minimum of $25.
Right. So the plaza, you just can't go there and record. You have to Miss Sarah, shout out to Miss Sarah. She's very nice. The person that's the head of marketing, but you
Right.
have to email them and then they'll let you know what day that you can come that they have available because the right amount of dealers got to be there and then the regular
Right.
public because they actually reserve the table for you. So because they reserve the table, even if they have $10, when you go in there, if it's a $10 minimum or $15 minimum, whenever you go to film, they raise the minimum to $25 and make you pay a $25 minimum because they're reserving the table and got the dealers there and all that. Whereas at the Rio, you don't have to reserve anything, right? Well, yeah, it's 2:58 p.m. where I am. I can go in there right anytime, 24/7, anytime, and just say I want to record and just start filming. And they have lower minimum. So now they had $3, but even before they said that I could record at $10 or $15 minimum. But now they're even doing the $3 minimum and said, yeah, come record. We want you to get this on film and tell everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So that's why
right.
it just makes sense for somebody who's learning. If you want to get more shooters in, you need a lower minimum so you can play longer with the same money.
True. Me, I would, unless it was like late, nobody was there. I've never had much success with packed tables because it only slows the dice down. And it's so, oh my God, especially when you got people hopping for dollars. This guy was throwing like 15, 20 bucks in, just making a mess each roll to hop all this stuff. Yeah,
Right.
I can't do that. The table has to flow. Make your bet. Dealer understands, like with me, I'm pressing how I'm doing it. Make my bet, press me up each roll. Whatever happens, like it has to flow. A table that's not flowing, you will never have success at that table. It can never work. I like the strat. I didn't play their short table. I like their bubble craps right there by the crap. The other two bubble craps ain't worth a nickel, but the one by
I didn't even. You put me on the game because when I went, I've been there twice, and I'm playing at those bubble craps that's right over there by the live tables. I didn't even know those other ones were there. I couldn't even find a regular bubble craps machine there. I thought they were all just crapless.
Oh yeah, nah, they got them. I used to love their stadium. I hate they took that out, man. I punished them every time on the stadium craps there, man. Damn, I hate they took it out. But I really like their action. I mean, it got better later. The Sahara would definitely see my face. I'm gonna keep going there until I lose. Period. Point blank.
You said you were thinking about coming for your birthday. When's your birthday?
25th is my son, so it'll be like that Saturday to maybe like
October or November.
October.
Okay.
I haven't booked it yet. It's my 7-star trip, so they got to spend up to $1,200 and pick me up in a limo, give me a suite, all that crap. So I normally used to do it in January, but I started this thing last year and the year before. Me and my son, so we were kind of like within that week, we go to Vegas for that time. But the problem is everything is a budget. Fourth quarter is slow, and I'm a vet in the game. I'm not trying to put myself in any type of stressful financial situation. It comes with the territory as life, but I'm not trying to put myself in that. So with that being that, it's like, okay, I got to see what my money is looking like. No, I don't have to come to Vegas with $1 million, but I need to budget myself. I come with, I don't know, $5,000-$6,000, something like that. Budget $1,000 or $2,000 or $1,500 a day. That's reasonable. And that's really where my head is kind of at, doing something like that. Because the last time I was there, I think I was down almost 18.5. I got like 17 and some change back that last day or two. So it worked out. The bulk, I lost like 5,000. I went down there with Bluff. But everything was thrown off with Bluff because he didn't do anything wrong, but he was live, but he was doing a challenge. One of his penalties where Reggie had to be Bluff and Bluff had to be Reggie.
All right.
And in the same thing, he was also doing the fly fan giveaway thing. And then in the same thing, he also had to do a challenge where he had to bet against me on the dice. So there was a whole lot going on that time. Because even when it was over, I lost the $5,000 I came over there with. He came and found me after, like, Greg, basically we could gamble. I said, I lost, but we stood there, talked for about 20 minutes. He told me, they started him and Brandino. We started this off of you. Like, they give me my flowers and my props.
Right.
It's no competition and none of that. Bluff is a very, very, very good dude.
Yeah, he seems like it. I haven't met him yet, but he seems like he's a good dude.
Yeah, he is, man. I won't take that. He's very honest, too, because I'm like, listen, you can roll. If you got to bet against me, let's say you bet 500, I don't hit. And my point is whatever. I will bet an extra 500 that it does hit. Because my guy, I don't want you to lose on my roll. So when I hit the point, you at least a break it. You're not losing anything, but you're still getting your content. Oh, no, it's okay. This. Hey, That's just how genuine he really is.
Right.
Somebody like Bluff, my worry for him would just be one, he's young, and when you start making that type of money, two concerns. One, the people around you, not like Brandine. I don't know how the crowd around him, how big it is, but you start experiencing a lot of jealousy and a lot of things, and jealousy is the root to all evil. One, and two, don't play about the taxes, because when you're content creating, it's not like me right now. If I make a sale for 10,000, I bought it, I sold it. If I said it was 10, it's 10. If I said it was 1,000, it's what I say in a sense. But when you're doing like content creating stuff like that, where it's actually you get a 1099, and this shows you made $2 million for the year. Yeah, you can giveaways and all that. Make sure all that is documented. You really want to give away checks, cashier's check with receipts, because when Uncle Sam comes for their money, they're not going to play, and they're going to come in abundance, because that's a lot of money that's going to show that one individual got. I don't know if he's incorporated. He's probably just getting it, just a typical guy just getting it to his account just himself. You just dot them I's and cross them T's, because you'll get a deal so ridiculous, it won't make no sense. That's a lot of money to make. And untaxed, no kids, no write-offs, no, oh my gosh. Yeah.
All right, so now that we at the end of it, let me go ahead and ask you the last question.
Okay.
If there's other people that's thinking about gambling because they're watching me, I'm the rookie gambler, what advice would you give somebody who is saying, you know what, I think I want to start gambling myself now? Do you have any advice for them, since you are a veteran gambler?
The number one advice I would give them, don't start. If you haven't been gambling, leave gambling alone. Leave it to us, myself, yourself. Leave it to us as entertainers, and just watch us do it in a sense, and don't start gambling. If you have to gamble, gamble with from a control perspective, and that's it. That's all.
That's it. It's so crazy you said that on the live video, the Q&A, or no, it was actually the video that I posted. The last 6 minutes, I'm telling people, don't gamble. Like, if you haven't started, take this from a rookie gambler. If you haven't started gambling by now, unless you got money that you can literally light on fire and it don't mean anything to you, I told them you'll be much better opening up a brokerage account and start investing your money instead of gambling. But if you haven't, stop it. See, you guys thought I was just on my soapbox shit. That's what you told me in the comments. Greg is saying the same thing. You see, I wasn't bullshitting.
Yeah, now if you don't gamble, don't start gambling. I know tons of gamblers, a long line of gambling. Leave that shit alone. Don't start. Just watch other people do it. And if you have to do it, like on a date or whatever, go to set amount, $20, $40, have fun and take your butt on. This ain't it, because at the end of the day, the house will 100% win at the end of the day.
Bam, there it is. So Greg, once again, I want to say thank you very much for being my first guest on the podcast. I really appreciate it. You've been showing me love ever since I started. Sure. I really appreciate you. And now that I'm able to text back and forth with you, once again, thanks for everything. I can't tell you thank you enough.
Oh yeah, when I come out, we'll hook up.
For sure, most definitely. So everybody that's watching, thank you so much for watching the podcast. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I know you will. You always do. And we'll be seeing you guys on the next one. I appreciate y'all watching. I'm out.